Hi everyone, so it's time for another Sunday chat because it's obviously the best way I can get information out there, messages out there, and some updates. I obviously just sort of threw a quick load of video tips together just to catch up for the week. The week has been so manic. I mean, so much to organise, so many things going on. So let me explain where we're at the moment. So my offer was accepted on Grace, which is my horse box. It is presently situated down Chipping Campden. So that means I have to catch a 4 hour train to the nearest station, which is Morton in the Marsh. From there, I'm going to be picked up by the seller, taken to see the lorry, hopefully then do all the transaction. I haven't paid any money for her yet. I've just done an eBay agreement to accept the offer. And then see if I can get her back. I mean, it's the first time I've driven such a big lorry. It is nerve-wracking. Obviously, it's a long way to get me home. I will be out on my own. I sort of get down the country lanes, and then it'd be, I think, basically like an M5, M1 journey straight back up north. So being on the motorway is, going to be an issue, but she'll trundle along, hopefully, just slowly. And I will have the services to go in for like loo breaks and everything, and that's nervous for me because I'm obviously not carrying my loo bucket and things like that for my nerves and my anxiety. But by washing it bowl on the way back or something. It's so the idea is we're catching a train at just before 9. I think it leaves here, arrive at 1, dinner time, where I'm picked up. So fingers crossed. Hopefully, I'll be back on the road for 3, 4. By the time I'd little trundle around and checked her over and everything. And then it's going to be dark, isn't it? So we've even got the dark to sort of deal with as well now. Hopefully there'll be no snow coming. And just however many hours it takes me to come back. I mean, it's even like where to park it and things like that. Just a couple of roads down, there's a nice long, like one of these like residential streets that is parallel to the main road. So I'm hoping to park it down there. If I can't get it in there, then I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it. But I'm trusting that that's where it's going to be, and that's obviously then walkable. I have to be walking a couple of streets up and down to it, and that's going to be good for me for exercise as well, to be able to walk from here down to the lorry and back up every day to check on it and do things and show the cat sit and things like that. Regarding that, I've obviously had to. I mean, let's do full disclosure here. I don't know how many people are aware that, but ever since COVID, I've been living off credit cards. My I am disabled. My disability I was actually in a situation just before COVID where I was trying to go self-employed. I was doing really, really well. Got all my workshops going. Had a good opportunity to earn some decent money. I was in a really good situation. And then COVID hit. So during COVID, I literally had no income at all. I was in the middle of trying to sort of move out of here and into the vehicle and try to go full-time van life. And I suddenly stuck with running a bungalow and running a van with no income at all. I was one of the victims of that disability. Those disability people, what's that thing called PIP? And I didn't contest it because, as far as I'm concerned, I very much believe in trust in spirit. So if I'm not going to have any money coming in, that's what I will run with. I also didn't want to sort of get too involved in government monies and things because I was thinking I was just going to run away off to the wilderness at the time. That's how life changes. So I've basically been using my credit cards not just to pay for Destiny and her running costs, but feeding me, feeding the cats. The income and support I've had doesn't touch my outgoing. So it's now been 2 years, and Destiny's repairs and MOT had to go on the cards as well. Yes, I don't hide, I don't show this. I don't ask for help. I don't want help. I very much trust that the income's going to come and my work's going to come, and at the right time things will happen. and I can move forward, as I very much believe now. Next year is going to be a big year for me, but it was like I had to get there with the right vehicles and to get out there again with the cats and everything. I have invested very heavily in the cats, credit card too. But again, it's like the litters from the cats. I mean, that can clear my debt within a couple of litters, if not one. So I trust in that, and I also, with my drum sales get going and doing all the if my workshop started going again and my therapist started working, I was able to have an income from that. But of course, my therapist haven't been out working. Everything went absolutely kaput during COVID. So I've been just keeping myself head above water on the cards with just like when my money and my disability that disappeared, then that was what was originally paying my credit card repayments. So I've not had the money to pay my credit cards back, but at the same time I've not had the income to have enough money coming in. So I've lived off credit cards. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But Destiny, she had a lot of welding to be done and mechanical work to be done, and again I put it on the credit card. So anyway, I don't have people I can borrow off. I don't have people who can help me or just mend this and that. Nobody knows me. Everybody thinks I'm out here with earning this, earning that. Yeah, I help people, and I've run around after people and supported people, and when I help them, I put it on credit card, because the money's got to go where the people need it, and I don't consider myself worthy or in need or anything like that. I'm very blessed to have what I've got. I'm very blessed to have the cats and the opportunity to do what I do, and have my van. And as far as I was concerned regarding Destiny, it's like a van mortgage. As long as I can keep paying back the cards, and once work comes in and once we can get back out there, and once I was noticed on YouTube and got seen and that, and then we're fine. But just things keep sort of going wrong. Also, I'm not saying going wrong, it's part of my journey, and I can see what was going on. It's like, no, okay, I mean, Destiny, it's like if I could have sold her during the COVID and had all the money then for her, I'd be laughing. Wouldn't be laughing. I'd just pay off my credit cards. But I still have to start again. I still have to get another vehicle. Still have to get it all done out and everything else. I love Destiny. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love her, and she's given me some wonderful memories. And obviously, it's a great cat fan. But she's not gonna sort of carry on for sort of long. I've got to keep putting money into her, and it's just like sort of throwing good money after bad at the end of the day. So it's a limit to how much money I want to put into. I've been rebuilding it from start. And now, of course, with the amount of cats I've got, and how I want to go forward with the cat therapy, as well as doing my healing that I do, and little fundraisers from being out there, and obviously doing the cat breeding, they obviously need a bigger home. So I knew eventually I'd want to go bigger, but I didn't expect to need to go bigger now, because obviously all of a sudden, I've got like 7 cats that I'm keeping, or I'll be owning after the rest of the stick's gone. I've got about 13 cats here at the moment, cats and kittens, and that will go down to 7, including the kittens that I'm keeping. And obviously, they don't live in the bungalow. I have to have a home for the cats, as for me. So the cats need to have their new home, and I really wanted to have something nice for them and safe for them. That and I couldn't even go out to work and back out to fairs, festivals, and that unless I could take all the cats. Now, yes, Destiny can carry 7 cats, but there's not really space to sort of have the living space and the playroom and things like that. And obviously, with my new stud cat, when you've got some value in the cats as well, I want them to. He's got to be able to stay in and have a space that he can walk around and things like that. Whereas I can exercise the girls going for walks, I can't necessarily exercise him. He can go on the wheel and things. Anyway, so I knew I had to find a lorry, and I expected to do that next year. I thought I'd go through winter with Destiny after finally getting her through her M&T in the weld. I'm so grateful for my welder. My word, he was a star getting the welding done and everything else. And there's some other bits mechanically to be done, but I just can't put any more money into it. I've run at a credit card limit. So when Grace come along, that's the lorry, it was like, well, I need something. I didn't expect to see it. Spirit found her. It's a bit of a laugh because it's not the colour I would have been looking for and buying, and this is one of those lessons about never judge a book by its cover, because you actually, you may actually find something that is very special. And I just happened to look at the advert and I thought, ooh. And of all the lorries and that I've sort of sent off to the mechanic and say, have a look at this, have a look at that, he said no to. He said, yeah. He said yes to this one. I thought, oh. Now, obviously, he couldn't go down and visit it, so we're hoping I can get it back for him to check over. But I checked the MOT history, that's all okay. And certainly not as bad as all the other ones I've seen. And she's just had an MOT. So she's got a 12-month ticket on her. It's like, wow, at least I've got 12 months. I can at least have a home for the cats. It gives me a year to get out all the way through the summer and everything else to actually get out there to festivals and earn some money and things to pay back. So I basically have now got to the limit of my credit cards, which is a bit scary because obviously I've been eating and feeding myself off them. So I'm now scrimping and saving all the bits of the credit cards together just to buy Destiny, to get both, buy Grace, get both Grace and Destiny, both of them taxed and insured for the whole next year. Because obviously I need to run backwards and forwards in Destiny to Grace. I can't park Grace outside here. And obviously until Grace is in a situation where we can, take on the road proper, I need to have a Katt taxi, a runaround vehicle. So obviously Destiny's going to keep going. And also it would meant then, because I can't sell Destiny for the value that I wanted to, and I certainly don't want to sell her at so much of a loss that I still have a debt to pay and still then have to buy all the solar and everything else for the new vehicle. So I thought, right, I'm going to have to run with it and keep both. And I will transfer everything that I can from Destiny, especially with wood being so expensive nowadays. So it means I can put my kitchen on my bespoke kitchen, everything can be adapted and put in Grace. All the wood paneling and everything can be moved over. My log burner be available for it. And I've obviously spent out heavily on the cats again regarding these cat cages. Now the reason I've done that is because obviously they need to have their home and a safe transport and in the vehicle. So my last bit of my credit now, I've basically made sure I've got everything the cats needs, all the lorries and everything, and it's all going to be there. So if I can, as long as I can repay my minimum credit card payments until I get back out and start earning and get out and sort of in the lorry and out to shows and have some stalls and whatever I've got to do. Hopefully I get some more drum commissions coming in, and more healing donations and that coming in. Then I'll be okay. And I do trust Spirit Guide and that. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I've never been in a situation where, at the end of the day, the cats cost a lot of money each week. It'd be good for my diet if I've got to starve. This is where I've really got to throw myself into this and the sacrifice going forward and trust that everything's going to happen and work out. So I'm not begging for anything here at all. A lot of people, their van fails the MOT and things like that, and they've got sort of 1 or 2 grand of the work to be done. Well, I've probably spent about 4 grand on Destiny this year, and then of course the refit cost money, and she probably owed me about 7 grand. And then on top of that, then obviously the running costs and things. But like I said, I love her. And I've got memories in her, and I'm really happy that I can take those memories from that van and put them in Grace, and that story continues. And then obviously I'll just have a basic Destiny van which I can run her into the ground until she goes no more. And so I certainly wouldn't want to sort of have anybody else take on any issues or things like that. That's not a sort of thing I'd want to do to anybody. And like I said, she's more valuable to me. So there's a lot of money on cards out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to pay everything back because and I've still got assets. I've still got some shop stock to sell. I wanted to, like I said, to sell out all my worldly goods, but that's very difficult when nobody out there's buying, or you can't get out to do anything, or I didn't have the vehicle to sort of get out to boot sales and carry things, anything like that. Which obviously Destiny would be able to do that once she's stripped out. I can use it like a van and get out to sort of do things like that. And obviously the cat carriers that I've got alongside the new cages will go in the back of Destiny, and I can transport them, like I say, back and forward to the lorry. So we're not going to just leave the cats in the lorry and me come back here, or I couldn't get back here and leave the cats in there. So and so we can actually start going showing the cats the vehicle. No, let's just slow down a little bit. That's if Grace comes back here okay and she checks out okay. Worst case scenario, if she's no good to keep, then I'll just flip her. She's got a 12-month ticket, we'll sell her one. If she's going to be too much money for me to keep going, or it's not going to be in a bracket that I can sort of keep going with, or there's something that's been missed, which we don't believe there is. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that it's like worst case scenario. I'll just sell her, get the money back, and we're fine. Well, not fine, but I'll just carry on with Destiny until the right thing comes along. But it's really interesting because it was a real surreal feeling when I actually come along. I was like about to push yes to the offer on eBay. I wasn't like here. It was very, very spiritual. We checked all different things out. And it's just all these like synchronicities. I'm not going to go into it now, but it was just like, it was very much a spiritual purchase. Now, when I've gone into a spiritual debt before, Spirit did pay it back, by, the drum sales coming in and everything else like that. So this is why I'm saying it's not so much of me. This is very important for the path going forward and me to do what I want to do. Like I said, I could, otherwise I'd be stuck here. I'm stuck here with cats in the bungalow that I can't go nowhere, I can't do anything. And for me to go anywhere or do anything, I want to be with them. That's our home. So we have to create a new home, and also I can share the cats with people, as therapy and things like that. And just got one sitting right by me here. So it's a load of waffle. I do apologise. I'm just trying to sort of say. So the reason why I've seen all these brand new cages is because I'm basically using the last of my credit to make sure I've got everything right for the next year ahead. So if anything goes wrong, at least I've got all I need. If I suddenly have to sort of go, do get all these debts on top of me too much, then at least I've got everything I need for the cats, and I've got my home, which is really important. Um, Otherwise, if I don't get it now, then and I'm struggling, then I'm not going to be able to afford anything later. So this is why I'm suddenly making sure I get everything. What are you doing? Everything now. Yes, and that puts me in a situation where it's like, I can't afford to do anything more. But at least I've got everything. All I've got to do now is, Grace has got living in her, a living area in her, and I've got new cages that can go in the lorry, and even just with that, we can make do. Oh, but there's no heater or anything like that. But at least I can get out with the cats. I can go out wherever we need to go, and the cats have got secure cages, and I've got a bed. And that's all that matters. Obviously, getting the refit done and moving things over from Destiny and that, we've got a whole year to do that. We've got a whole year to sort of pay a bit more of the debt back and earn money, and then and do things as need be. So I'm hoping that she comes back okay. That'd be, and if that happens, throughout the winter now, like I say, I'm going to be. Let's not manifest the struggling, but I will be needing as much help as possible. I've been given food donations before, during COVID, and I'm sure those who are able to donate food and that will do so again. As long as the cats are fed, I'll like I say, I've got enough weight to lose. I'll live off my fat for a bit, and it's winter, isn't it, anyway? So it's not so I've got to be in front of people. That said, as soon as I made this decision, all of a sudden you could tell you're on the right track, because you have people coming out of the woodwork wanting healings. I've had drum commissions coming in. I've had things going on. So I know I've chosen right. I know this is where Spirit wanted me to go, because things are happening. But I'm not one to ask for help, but I will say, please, look at my Etsy shop. Please, sort of, if you buy anything, I will be doing some Facebook lives and try and sell some shop stock to get some money in each week. And even if it's only like 5 people coming on there and spending like 25 quid, that's going to feed me, and that's what I'll have to do just to sort of keep me going each week. So that's ahead. So like I said, Grace hopefully will be parked just a couple of roads down from me. Destiny be here. The cats will be happy. The kittens, again, once they've sold, then obviously that would obviously go towards everything as well, and bring the sort of debt down a bit. Not that I'm not going to get much for them and everything. I'm obviously keeping so many of them. But again, that would obviously help. But at the end of the day, they've already paid for Sammy. So all that's doing is putting back in the pot that the kitten's already spent the kitten money. And I'm very blessed to have Sammy. And obviously next year we can try and breed him, and and the kittens will be worth some money. So like I said, I don't feel justified to sort of turn around and say I need this, I need that, because I'm on a journey, and I've just got a van and lorry mortgage now. It's just going to be a bit of a rocky road getting through winter. But I've got the kittens to train. I've got lots to do. And the thing is, I can't really even start working on Grace until her installation's done. So that's what I've got to find the funds for, before I can do anything with the help for. So until we can be insulated, I can't move anything in. So for now, we're just to make do. But what I can do is that is get the outside. She needs a bit of paint job on the outside. Is get her horse scrubbed down over winter while I'm walking backwards and forwards. I can take the cats for a walk, let them have a look inside the van as I'm doing a bit of, tether them out on the grass down there, and do a bit of sort of rubbing down the outside, and start doing some paintwork. Now, the lovely idea regarding that, because I wanted a wood panelled lorry, couldn't afford those, and obviously wood's way too expensive to put wood on the outside now or to do anything out that way. So we're going to have a bit of a cheap job, and we're actually going to paint it brown with black stripes, so it looks like wood panelling, and paint the rest of the framework black. So I'll have my make do log cabin look, which is, so I'm actually going to get my log cabin on wheels. It'll obviously look like that inside as well. It'll be beautiful inside over time. It's a long-term project, but at least if we can get her tidy on the outside and the cat cages on the inside, even if just bunged in for now, even if I can still go out next year, even to Stratford and everything, and I'll probably have to put a trade stand out, or even just go with the lorry life first and just go out and get noticed this time, get seen, get some support. I'm just redesigning all the logo and everything to incorporate the cats, and people just know what I do and how we're going to go forward, because just Grace is going to be not just my home and the cat's home, it's going to be a work van as well. We're going to be doing therapy in it. You can sit with the cats in it as well and have do some shamanic journey in it, and eventually have the veranda off the back when the back tailgate's down, so I can do my demonstrations, I can do drumming and things like that, or whatever, or just do talks and whatever and teachings, and also have an awning off to actually have my fundraiser shop just on the table outside. I've got space to carry the stock in over the overhead lorry bit in overhead Luton. So all that's fine. Obviously, I don't need to have her done out for that. Like I say, and if it means that come June time, all I've done is painted the outside and we just got the cages bunged in, at least I can trundle off and take part in things, and as I'm still trying to sort of pay things back. But yes, it is scary because, like I say, even to sort of buy a loaf of bread, I used to put on credit card, and I don't have that facility. It's my choice to live this life. That's what I've got to understand. My choice to have these cats, my choice to have these vehicles. So, it's my choice to have put myself in this situation. But my God, you have to understand, this is what keeps me alive. This is so important to me, and it's all to go out there and actually help the community. And if I don't have the vehicles and the facilities, then I can't get out there and do what I'm supposed to do. So it's a bit of catch-22. So it's a matter of throwing caution to the wind and taking that leap of faith at the moment, as I have done with Destiny. But like I said, we've got more cats now, and I don't really want to lose. I feel really guilty, and I'd miss what's inside Destiny if I sold her as she is now. If somebody sort of come along and offered me, if somebody come along and offered me 10 grand for Destiny right now, even that would mean that all I'm doing is put the money back on the credit cards, paying that off, and I still got to start again. So yes, it would help a little bit, but I still got to buy everything again. But I can't see anybody offering me 10 grand for Destiny right now as she is. So, especially with, going forward and what needs doing and everything else. I mean, she's fine, she's running and everything like that, but I just wouldn't want that guilt, like I said, she means more to me. But there again, if anybody's out there wants to give me, we'll say 8 grand for Destiny, it's something I could. I see, I'm saying that, but then I want to have the kitchenette of her. It's special. That was my dream kitchen, and I think it needs to come with me. I think I need to take as much out from there, and I'll have bits of Destiny. I'll have Sticker's memories and Rainbow's memories. Obviously, we bought them from the previous vehicle as well, and it's just all part of an energetic spiritual journey as well. And I think by amalgamating everything, it's going to work well. So anyway, Wednesday is D-Day. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a scary day. I mean, I'm social phobic anyway, so going on the trains is big for me. I'll be all sweating up and have anxiety and bloody panic attacks and God knows whatever. Scared just thinking about it. Going to cry just thinking about it. But this is part of my challenge going forward. Not just surviving on money and paying the debt back, but going where I've got to go, doing what I've got to do. So yeah, that does freak me out, but we'll manage. So if I get there with all the trains, I then got to drive it back. And I don't like motorways at the best of times, and I've got a big lorry. And I hope she drives lovely. Hey, what's the worst that can happen, eh? I have joined RAC. I'm with AA anyway, but they don't cover big lorries. So I have joined RAC. So if anything happens, I have got the facilities to be rescued. She doesn't have a cigarette lighter, so I've bought the Power Pack. Thank you very much to the ones advising the Power Pack. So I bought that so I can also plug my phone in to get use sat nav on the way back. As for like a lorry sat nav, I've got to find a I haven't loaded it up yet, but I've got to load up. There's an app apparently that you can sort of plug in your height and width and things. But I'm hoping that I'm not going to come across any bridges or anything, and the motorway is going to be quite clear road all the way back. And I'll just have to, it's got to be on alert as to, where she can and can't go. It's all a new way of learning, of driving and everything, parking and all sorts. But, it is what it is. It's lorry life, isn't it? It's exciting, but at the same time, I've got a lot to learn. So yeah, today's Sunday. Tomorrow I'll start sort of getting things together, do my final checklist as to what I've got to take and carry. Tuesday my friend's coming over and to see Kitten. She'll probably take a Kitten then. Kittens are 11 weeks next week, and they can start going really. I had a lovely viewing of one today as well, for therapy, for a therapy cat for a young boy, which is exactly what I want them to go for. So we'll wait and see if that happens. They'll either sell or they don't sell. In the day, it is what it is. They go to the right homes like anything else. They're very spiritual little kittens. So, and then hopefully I'll get some sleep Tuesday. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive Destiny to the train station, leave her there, take the train down, bring the lorry back. God knows where I'm going back in the morning, late night. And then I'll go back, get a taxi and fetch Destiny back the next day. That just makes sure I can get to the train station on time. If she goes, I have to be up early enough to make sure, I can walk there or get a taxi there if she doesn't go. So all these sort of different things to worry about. But it's going to be the start of a new chapter. I'm excited. I foresaw all this, but I didn't expect it to go like this. I expected this soon. It's like, my God, I have a chance to sort of sort things out or anything. It's just like I'm still trying to sit down and think, what do I need to know? What do I need to do? How do I cope with this? But yeah, I'll be living off crackers and cheese for the foreseeable. But like I said, people have mortgages, and I just count it as a bad mortgage. It doesn't help that people have mortgages and they usually have an income. I don't have that income, but I will have that income, so let's not manifest that. That will happen. I'm sure that will happen, and hopefully, if the people out there who watch and follow me and can start supporting me, and obviously the new vlogs will start with regarding lorry life and going into that, and that being done out and getting out with the cats and actually getting out with the lorry lifers and going out to shows and doing all sorts of things like that. It'll come, and it's exciting that way. But I mean, my purpose is to serve the community with the healing and that, and when you look at the bigger picture, I've got my dream. I've got my dream vehicle coming. Destiny's been great. I've got my cats, my family of cats, which mean the world to me. And they're probably going to bring me income more than I will. But it is what it is. And I mean, they're precious in many ways. And I'm looking forward to spending time with my 3 kittens when the others are gone, and bonding with them. I mean, I'm going to start off an emotional wreck. People say, don't go into debt, don't use credit cards and things like that. What if I hadn't? I'd be dead by now. I got no income. I couldn't have coped with it, and yes, it's maybe a bit irresponsible, but we paid them back before, and I'll pay them back again. Spirit will make sure the right people support me, donate, find work, buy my wares, and understand that, I hide behind so much, and I try to do right by everybody, and that's my purpose, is to help everybody else. But it's just a little bit of a heads up and awareness, so that you'll understand my breakdowns and my emotional breakdowns and the stress of everything has been so high. Obviously, I struggle with all the energies anyway. But interestingly, ever since I found grace, I've just had this peace come over me. I'm just knowing it's right. So I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust I'm going to be okay. And hopefully it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful journey ahead now. I've been sort of share that with you, and I just want to say thank you so much to those people who have made given orders for drums and bought things from me, or had readings done and things like that, and kept me alive. You really do not understand just how much I rely on every single pound that comes in, not just for myself but for the cats too. um and you know, I mean, I could have gone charitable, but I don't know enough people to be a charitable organisation, and I don't want that in the day. This is about me. I want the Wildkatt brand out there and grow. I've got books to write, and like I say, if I can get back to where I was, the success is there. But I'm not into the fame and glory. I know my path is to help people like PTSD and heal people like things like that. And you know, and that's very, very important for people to have that, to do that. But I needed to be fit and well and gain my strength. Well, yes, on my whole bloody weight, and my diet's gone to pot regarding the stress and being stuck in. But you know, I know how to do it. I know what works for me. It just is what it is, and just everything will come together at once. So anyway, right now, I want everybody to keep their fingers crossed that Grace will be a wonderful lorry. I'll get back. I'll get there and get back safely, and from there on, hopefully these vlogs will be a bit different. So new journey, lorry life beckons. Fingers crossed. Wildcattery savannas and therapy cats be part of my mobile mystical shamanism healing service, alongside my fundraising shop with Wildkatt wares in it, which I'm going to obviously try and do much more of homemade things and miniature discs, hand painted discs, all handmade stuff, you know, all my own personal stuff. Some video oracle card readings, things like that by email will be part of it. And there's so many different avenues of things I want to do. Like I say, I want to write the books. I want to do the drumming videos and the healing videos and the meditation videos on discs. That, you know, I will be getting back out to the Mind Body Spirit fairs where I can park my lorry outside with my cats. So I'll be limited regarding that, but I will want to get out there. I'll go to as many, you know, van life, lorry life meets and things like that to get myself known and seen as a YouTuber. Yes, I understand and respect people saying about my cats. They, you know, they this is Connie was vicious before, but she's lovely, and they can obviously now be contained within the lorry quite happily. So I can actually then go and actually socialise and have a go at doing that, which is scary, but I'll have a go. I need to do that to get known and seen, and yeah, we'll see what happens. If Grace comes out good, and she's called her. It's funny regarding her name, because we were looking at her number plate and trying to find a name from it. I couldn't see it for the life of me. I said, well, it'll come to me at some point. I know you called her Phoenix, and just as I was writing down Phoenix in my diary, I was given the name Grace, and I looked at her number plate and it's GRC on the end, and of course, it's a gift from God. It's, you know, it's all spiritual. So, and it's going to be a healing lorry. So what better name than Grace? It's not, again, it's not something I normally go, it sounds very Christian to me, but Spirit found her, Spirit named her, and Spirit's going to damn well pay for her. So fingers crossed. But anyway, I'll stop now because it's just getting silly and I'm waffling. I've seen it's 333 on there as I said that, but much love to you all. I hope you continue to sort of watch me. You know, please like my videos. Please, you know, subscribe to my YouTube. Let me get up there. Let me get some numbers up. Go look at my Etsy shop, Wildkatt on the Road, Wildkatt Wares. It's all going to be under the same sort of name. I'm gonna reredo my website to have a nice new look. And once again, I like doing my designing, different business cards again, different stickers again. You know, it is what it is. So anyway, I just to say, I mean, I'm truly humbled with what Spirit channels through me. It's been mind blowing. And that's just getting bigger and going on so well. Just got to keep pushing myself out there and have that confidence to do it. So, I read my testimonials today. It's like, wow, did that really happen? And look at this, and it's very humbling when you listen to what people say about you, and when you work for Spirit this way. And that's my calling. It's not easy, so people know Katt struggles so much, but Wildkatt, my word, she is an incredible spirit channel, healing conduit, whatever you call her, and we need her to get out there and help you out there that need that support, help. You know, she's clearing all sorts of things, physical ailments as well as emotional and fibromyalgia. She did on bloody live the other day, you know, clearing stuff regarding that. Like I said, I so much want to go forward and help support the community, like help the heroes and all the PTSD guys and things like that who have served and given us stuff. And my duty is to serve and to work for Spirit and to help those out there who need it. So I've had to sort of do all this, and you know, I don't want to be seen as the naughty girl who, you know, spent on credit cards. You know, I've invested in a future to serve the community, to help the community, and once I'm out there, it's a focus on paying that back. So all the fundraising shop and all my work I'll be doing will be to pay back that debt. So if you can spare the odd pound here and there and buy some of my wares, or you know, invest in anything, or even if you just want to take a photograph of the cats and bring a pound in the pot for their food, I'll be truly grateful. There is a wish list on my website, wildkatt.co.uk, and I'll update that as to the latest stuff regarding the food and the wood pellets and things that they need going forward, because it has all changed, as will my diet have changed and things like that, and the things I need. But anyway, from me to you, much love, and I'll see you on the next vlog, and hopefully with grace. Bye for now.